Hello, for those seeing us on YouTube. We're going to be starting shortly. Hello, for those seeing us on YouTube. We're going to be starting shortly. Hello, for those seeing us on YouTube. We're going to be starting shortly.
The number of YouTube viewers is going up. Thank you all for joining on time. We're starting in 5 minutes. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. Those of you on YouTube, thank you for joining on time. We'll be starting shortly. I see some of you asking where to get the Zoom link. If you're not able to register on Zoom before we reach capacity, that's okay. You can stay here on YouTube and you can still participate in everything that we'll be doing today. Thank you for joining. If you registered but did not get a link, you might want to check your spam folder on your email for a Zoom link. Hello, everyone. We almost have 100 people on YouTube right now. Welcome. Thank you for joining. We'll be starting shortly. Welcome everyone. We'll be starting in less than 3 minutes. Thank you so much for joining on time. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. If you just joined and you're wondering why you don't have a Zoom link, it's okay. The Zoom room reached capacity a few days ago, but you can continue to join us and listen to us and join the global meetup here on YouTube. You're welcome to share the AFS Intercultural Programs YouTube link to your friends. I see some of you asking. Share it to your friends who are also going on exchange as you, and we will be starting shortly. And we have everybody joining us here on Zoom at this moment. Welcome, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the AFS Student Global Meetup. We are happy to have you here. There's still more of you that are joining. We will give it a minute as everyone joins, gets situated. Welcome. It is so nice to see you all and have you on this call today. Welcome, everybody, whether you're connected via Zoom or YouTube. Welcome to the Global Meetup. We're very excited to have you all here today. Hello, welcome. I see all the hellos on YouTube and also all the people joining on Zoom. It is great to see you all. And thank you for being super on time to all of you. We have almost 200 people on YouTube and almost 350 people on Zoom. And I think it is a very good number to start with. And everybody else that joins us from here on will meet us along the way. Great. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whatever it is that you're joining us from today. It is very nice to have you all on the AFS Student Global Meetup for 2023 for the NH23 group. My name is Brian, and I work at AFS International. And I am here today with my colleagues at AFS International, facilitators who will facilitate the student learning journey online component for you that you will meet over the next few weeks. And we're very excited to host all of you on Zoom and YouTube today as you get ready to start your exchange programs very soon. Thank you very much for joining on time. Very welcome. Get comfortable. We have a great agenda for you over the next 90 minutes. So as we start, please rename yourself on Zoom with your name and country. For example, if your name is Brian and if you're from Kenya, please do that. If your internet connection allows, please do turn on your video. We would love to see all my faces. We'll keep you muted while we're presenting. I'm just going to have so please stay muted. We will keep you muted. If you're joining, just mute yourself immediately. You can always use the reaction function To interact, you can send love heart emojis, you can clap your hands, thumbs up, celebratory emojis. Let us know how you're feeling. If you would like to use the closed captioning, you can activate that if you need it. And this session is also being recorded and is live on the AFS YouTube channel. So you can share that link with any friend of yours going on exchange who does not have access to the Zoom link. And lastly, you can take photos, you can take screenshots of your screen and post on social media. Make sure you use the hashtag AFS effect and tag at AFS programs on Instagram or TikTok. Let everybody know what we're up to today. And I will pause right here and invite my colleague Mary to give you some important opening remarks.
Thank you, Ryan, and welcome everybody to this session. I'm very excited to share with you today. My name is Mary. I live in Paraguay. And as you notice, this session will be facilitated by AFS volunteers from around the world. So welcome to this big family. And as you notice, English is not native language for many of us, but during this session, we will communicate in English, and you can activate the transcript if you think it would help you. And don't worry, the activities we have planned are accompanied by pictures as well. And you don't need to be fluent in English, but to be brave and have fun today. So maybe you are wondering, why are we here? And let me tell you that today's session is part of your AFS student learning journey, which means that when you go on an AFS exchange, it is more than just traveling. It is a learning journey with activities before, during, and after your exchange experience, which includes live global sessions like today's meetup, but and 3 or 4 opportunities for you to connect on Zoom in a smaller groups to 20 students from different parts of the world in facilitate dialogue sessions by AFS volunteers with intentional content to help you understand and reflect on your experience abroad. Then you notice you will have orientations before, during, and after the program. Also, a small group of students and local volunteers will share tools so that you can be culturally prepared for challenges you may face while in a new country. And also, you will have the monthly contacts and learning reflections while you are abroad with your contact person in your host country. That help you to make sense of the experience you may be going through, but in a more personalized way, where you will be able to talk one-on-one with your local contact person about your experiences and get most of your exchange. That is, and for those who choose the advanced session, you will be like 3 more live sessions in Zoom. And this all will help you to get the most of your programs, develop global and intercultural competencies, and become an active global citizen. So we strongly recommend you that you start your journey and have fun during the process. Also, why another thing that we are here today is to connect students from around the world getting ready to go on their AFS high school exchange. The other reason is to learn about other cultures, and the most important is to have fun. So the agenda that we prepare for you is the next. What we are going to do today is welcome and introductions. You will have the opportunity to introduce yourself. A cultural quiz, that is a game to test your knowledge on facts and artifacts from different cultures. The activity number 3 is cultural detectives. It's a funny activity with AFS tips to start investigating your host culture. Then we will have the dance break. That is a self-explanatory move, or you can watch others move. You will chat with AFS returnees. AFS returnees will share about their experiences and answer your questions. And the last thing is what's next and closing, what to expect next from your online journey, and time to say goodbye just for now. So, okay, Brian, this is the agenda for today, and I think we are going to do the first activity now, right?
Yes, thank you, Mary. Yes, and to introduce us to the activity we will get into right now to get to know each other is Sarita, our wonderful facilitator from India.
Hello, Namaste from India. You are fortunate to be part of AFS family. You're joining on the journey, and let's start by getting to know more about who is connected today. You will open your browser and go to menti.com and type the code 37589843 or scan the QR code. The code is also on the chat, but we will keep the slide open for you so that you may note down the code. Are you done? You will be getting 4 questions to respond on Menti. Brian, are you going to open for me, please?
Yes, Carol will switch screens when everyone has the link.
So the first one is, where are you connecting from? So look at the world map and indicate the country you come from. So as we can see, we have 174, 185, the largest one from US. And now we have 93 from Latin America. And 54, 55. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we go to the next one. What time of the day it is for you right now? So most of the people are saying good morning, and it's lunchtime for 69, and 139 say good afternoon, and it is evening for 124, and late night for 57, and very early morning for 27. So wake up, wake up. Now the next question. Where are you going on your exchange? Okay. one word that describes how you are feeling about your exchange. Excited, nervous, happy. So majority of you are excited, happy, curious, optimistic, and the list goes on. Thrilled, grateful, yeah, anxious. So the majority is excited. Now the next one. Let's start by let's say hi. When we count to 3, unmute yourself and say hi in your language. Go on.
Hello.
Oi,
Hello.
oi,
Hi guys.
สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีครับ
หล่อ
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ
Hello
ฮัลโหล
こんにちは
สวัสดีครับ
どうもどうも
กูกู
こんにちは
Bonjour.
Merhaba.
Thank you, Sarita. Thank you, everyone, for participating. It is so nice to see that, this is a very global and diverse group of participants we have on this call today. It's so nice to see all the dots all over the world. It was so nice to see the beautiful word cloud.
สวัสดีครับ สวัสดีครับ
Hello, very nice to see that most of you are excited about this session today. I saw that some of you said they were nervous, but I hope you'll relax, and at the end of this session, you will see that it's been a relaxing time and fun time, and maybe not so much to be nervous about. And we now want to get to know know each other a little bit, and we will take a cultural quiz, and let's see how you are good about some intercultural questions that we'll be asking you at this point. And our wonderful facilitators, Suporn from Thailand and Siddhant from India, will lead us through this activity.
Hi, I'm Suporn Ranchong, a volunteer from AFS Thailand. Nice to meet all of you guys.
Hello, everyone. My name is Siddhant Shah. I am a volunteer from AFS India and also an AFS alumni from 2007-8 batch. I was hosted in Vermont, Bennington in US. Yeah.
Okay, are you ready? Yeah, so it's a quick time. Please go to menti.com on your browser or enter the code 484881116. Okay, pick one answer per question. The faster you can, the more points you will get. Okay, so right now we are waiting for the players. Wow, exciting. Did you like to play the game, Sidnan?
Yes.
Yeah, I really like it, especially about the culture, right?
Yes.
I know many countries have the different cultures. Oh, wow. So ready? Many, because there are more than 500 students, 500 participants from around the world.
From all around the world. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. We are waiting for the players. Uh-oh. We will start soon. Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yay. There are 7 questions, only 7. Ready, everyone? It's not difficult, it's not hard for you. Oh, hanbok is the traditional clothing of which country? Wow, quick. Oh, 18, 15 seconds. Quick, very, very fast. You know, I think everyone know about this answer, right? Hanbok. Oh, the country. Which country? Wow, everyone have voted. Oh, Korea. Korea is the right answer. 311 students. Yeah, who can answer this question. So congratulations. Yeah, the Korean handbook with usually that everyone like it, right? So I think you know about the handbook. It's easy. Oh, number 2.
Okay, next question. Let's get ready. Which country was Lego invented? The Lego game, which country was it invented? Okay. Come on. 5 more seconds. Yes, 358. Right answer is Denmark. Lego was founded in Denmark in 1932. If Lego minifigures were real people, they would make up the world's largest population.
Wow.
That many Lego pieces we have in the world.
Okay, yeah. Question number 3. Oh, yeah. What? Which country has the largest Muslim population? Muslim, which country? Saudi Arabia, Indonesia, Ghana, or India? Which country? Oh, wow, so fast. So, which country? Yeah, the towns. Oh, wow, only 194 participants can answer right. Yeah, Indonesia is the answer. Over 200 million people in Indonesia identify as Muslim. In the world, you know, Muslim in Indonesia. Congratulations.
Come on, next question. The faster you answer, the more points you get. Okay, so it's not only about the right answer. The word ketchup comes from Kosia. Which is that language?
Wow, ketchup. Swedish, Malay, Canadian, Chinese.
Indian and Chinese. Yes.
Wow, quick. And the time is over.
Chinese. But I think the majority answer 343 Swedish. Kosia was an Asian fish-based sauce that made its way to the West via Dutch and English traders in the 1600s. The recipe was tweaked many times over the centuries, eventually taking on its current tomato-based form in Philadelphia in 1812.
Wow.
That was a fun fact.
Yeah. The next question, number 5. Wow. Where were French fries invented? French fry, you know, French fry, USA, Belgium, Sweden, or France? French fries. You know where? The original who invented. Very quick. So see the answer. Wow, many students can answer. Yeah, 346 participants. Thomas Jefferson is credited for introducing French fries to America when he served them at the White House dinner in 1802. After the portrait requesting potatoes fried in the French manner. Thank you. Congratulations.
Which country started the tradition of putting up a Christmas tree? So which country first started decorating and putting up a Christmas tree at their homes?
Wow. Wow. Germany, Sweden, Finland, or Latvia?
We have more than 700 answers. Germany. I think most people opted for Finland, but the Germany is the country as the right answer. So both Latvia and Estonia both claim to have been home to the first Christmas tree, but historical records indicate that a Christmas tree was raised in the Strasbourg Cathedral in 1539, formerly part of Alsace region during the 16th century, and now part of France. The region was considered German territory at that point of time in 1539. Wow.
Okay, the last question. Are you ready for the question? The last question. Cows are considered sacred in which religion? You know, cows, not buffalo, cows. Hinduism, Confucianism, Islam, or Buddhism? Yeah, which religion? Wow, only. So, how many? Perfect. Right. The answer is Hinduism. Wow. Congratulations. Oh, Lucas. Yeah, you say. Oh, it's #1 who get met. We got more. Yeah, Lucas. Congratulations. You know a lot about the culture. Yeah. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for playing the games.
Yes, thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Suporn and Siddhant. Thank you, everyone, for participating. I hope you learned a few things about all these cultural things you did not know about. Lucas, congratulations. You can tell everybody when you go on exchange that you won the cultural quiz at the AFS Student Global Meetup. And we're still going to talk about cultures now and play some detective. And Carol from AFS International will lead us through this part.
Indefluido, pues.
Welcome, Carol.
Thank you, Brian, and hello, everyone. Bom dia, good morning from Brazil. As Brian mentioned, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about being a cultural detective. And really the idea here is to share with you some tips so you can be detectives or like detectives when investigating your host culture, because you're going to be arriving at a new place with different clues, with different ways of doing things. So to get us started, I want to share with you, and maybe some of you know this already, it's an ancient Indian tale about three blind men. So the story goes that three blind men were walking on a road and they came across a really large object. Each one of them reached out their hand to the object, and each one of them described a completely different thing. The first man, who was facing the object front, said, "Oh, this is a long and wiggly object. I think this is a snake." The second man disagreed. He was facing the object sideways, and he said, "No, this is something solid and tall. I think this is a wall." And the third man was at the back of the object and said, "This is clearly a rope. It's something thin and rough." So what was the object if each of them couldn't see and was touching a different part of the object and described a completely different thing? It was an elephant. Now I see someone had their hand up. but this was a rhetoric question. So it was an elephant, you know, someone was touching the trunk, someone was touching the tail, and someone was touching the side. It could have been that weird object to the right, something completely different. And the whole idea here is that depending on where we stand or how we look at things, we can have different perspectives. And let me share with you a quick video that is based on a real story that has happened with AFS exchange students in the past.
Cuando vivís otras culturas, aprendés.
Okay, what happened there? I saw some disgust faces. I know the quality wasn't really big, but this was someone in the bathroom brushing their teeth, and they saw an object that for them was different. They don't have that object in the bathroom in the country where they come from. And that was a bidet. Some of you might be familiar, which people use to wash their butts after they go to the bathroom. And that little towel next to it, which this person cleaned their mouth, it's something people use to wipe their butts. So sometimes when we have different perspectives and think of things as something that we're used to, that might get us into trouble. Hopefully none of you is gonna wipe your face with a butt towel, but we can make mistakes, right? And that's the idea about being a cultural detective, that we don't see things as they are. We see things through our own perspectives, like things that we're used to, things that we are accustomed to, and that we saw before. And this is a special reminder when it comes to preparing to go to a different culture and to be interested in a new culture. And this is an example of what happens when we assume things from our own perspectives. But don't get desperate. There are ways we can avoid making assumptions. And that's what we call being cultural detectives. And what do detectives do really well? They ask questions. So don't be afraid to ask questions when you're faced with something that looks different, sounds weird, or when in doubt. Ask a question. That can be an object that is different from you. That can be a habit. You're going to go to a new family that does things differently, that eats at different times, eats different things. Maybe they take their shoes off when they get at home. Maybe they're used at hanging out at different spaces of the house than you're not to. Maybe the school will be completely different. Maybe your friends hang out in the new country and do different things than you're used to doing. So make sure you ask questions. And I want to share with you some examples of questions you can ask specifically to your host family. Number one, the basics. When you get to the home, what is a question you can ask? What are the names we use with each other, right? Might be in your family, you just call your siblings by their first name and your mom and dad by mom and dad. But in the new home, it might be more formal. You might have to call your host mom Mrs. something, or depending on the country, whatever is the treatment pronoun for that, or Mr. something. Your siblings they like being called by nicknames and not the official names. So when you arrive, or maybe even before, if you're already in touch with your host family, that's something you can ask. Hey, how should I call you, right? Can I call you by your first name? And even in some cases, people get so close that they might want you to call them mom and dad. And of course, it will depend on what you feel comfortable as well. But make sure to ask. Second example is food. What is a simple thing you can ask to your host family? Oh, what meals does the family eat together, right? It might be everyone meets before going to work and school in the morning and have breakfast together. It might be that you're expected to go and get things in the kitchen and make your own breakfast in the morning. It might be that everyone needs to be home at a certain time to have dinner together. So ask. It's probably different from what you're used to. Number 3, bathroom. Let's avoid what happened to that guy over there, but not that extreme. Maybe you're going to share a bathroom and that's something you haven't done before. So you might want to ask, what are general recommendations around using the bathroom? Is there a time like, oh, someone wakes up earlier to take a shower, or someone showers in the morning, someone showers in the evening? Is it a shower? Is it a bath? How does it work, right? Do you leave your personal toiletry stuff in the bathroom, or should you take it with you to your room? Just ask. You're not supposed to know how it is in a new home. So make sure you ask. Then what about helping out, right? Each of us come from a different family, different habits. Maybe some people are already used to helping out around the house, cleaning your own room, doing the dishes. And when you get to your new home, ask, what are expectations regarding tasks around the house, such as cleaning, doing dishes, and maybe even laundry? Some of you might never have done your laundry before, and this might be something new for you. So ask, and ask how to use, let's say if there is a washing machine, how to use it. So I'm going to hand over to Diala now, and she's going to walk you through this next Menti to get some ideas of other questions you would like to ask either your host family, your colleagues at your new school, or your teachers. Diala.
Thank you, Carol. Hi, everyone. You're talking to Diala. I am from Denmark right now. I'm from Brazil, but I'm talking to you from Denmark. And now that Carol has showed us a little examples of questions that we can ask our host families, or also our friends and our host teachers, I would like you all to go to Menti and put the code 1765297 and think about other questions that you could ask your host family or everyone that you're going to be living with or sharing your time with in your new country. Okay, so we already have some questions coming up. So some of you think that you could ask how to use things, how to get to the school, about your new schedule, about the daily routine of the family. I think that these are very important questions. You are all right. What values are most important to you? That's a very, very, very good question that you want to know in the place where you're living with. What do you usually do together? Am I allowed to bring new friends home? That's also a very good question. Maybe your host parents won't be very happy with you bringing people without consulting them first. What are your beliefs? What does a typical weekend look like? Very good, guys. I feel like you're all very much prepared to embark in this new journey. What is considered polite? What times they get up or go to school work? What are the roles in the house? Example, what chores you have, chores you have. These are all very, very good questions. And what is your daily schedule? Yes. Can I cook? That's also very good to ask. I think that these are some of the ideas that we're having right now of questions that you can ask your family. And we would very much encourage you guys to keep thinking about how to be a good cultural detective and what are the right questions that you can ask so that you can be better informed of what to expect on the new country that you're going to. Thank you all for participating and answering to our question. So now we're going to have a short break and I would like to ask you all to dance with us. For this one, if you can stand up from your chair. I will also do the same. And I will explain what we're going to do before we start it. So you're going to listen to a music and we are all going to be clapping to the rhythm of the song. I'm going to call out to your birth months. So when I say January, everybody that was born in January is going to do the same movement that I'm making. So you're going to repeat what I'm doing after me. And then we're going to keep on doing that until I get to December. Okay? So if you're ready, stand up from your chairs, everybody. Can we hear the song? Okay. Is the song playing? Am I the only one not listening to it? Okay.
It's playing on my end. Let me try.
So remember, we're gonna start clapping our hands to the rhythm of the song. That's gonna be the first thing that everybody's gonna be doing while I am calling the moms.
Okay, now it's gonna work. I'll hit play. 3, 2,
Great.
1.
So come on, everybody, clapping your hands. Clap your hands. Okay, now everybody that was born in January.
Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left.
Okay, now February.
The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste
now
what's left.
March.
And on we'll go through the wastelands,
Okay,
through the
I'm calling
highways,
April.
till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll
Come on,
go.
guys, don't be shy. Now I'm calling
Through
June.
the wastelands, through the highways. And
Everybody born in June. Now July. Let's go, let's turn around. I'm from July. Okay, now August. Come on with me. Now September. Okay, October.
Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting
Now
to
December.
create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go.
Thank you, guys.
Through the wastelands, through the highways.
I hope you have all released some steam and had a nice break, so you're refreshed to continue with our meetup from now. Thanks for everybody to do this with me.
Amazing. Thank you, Carol and Diayla, for a wonderful cultural detective session. And thank you, Diayla, for the wonderful dance break. I think everybody needed it after sitting for over half an hour. So yeah, I hope you're now relaxed and have a bit of energy to continue with our agenda. And up next, we have a quick chat with some AFS returnees who also went through the SLJ online component like you will. And our amazing facilitator, Connie from Chile, will lead this chat, and I'll hand it over to her now.
Thank you, Brian, and thank you, Ayla, for this awesome dance break. So welcome everyone to the panel with the IFS returnees. My name is Connie. I'm a volunteer from IFS Chile, and I'm going to present you our amazing guests for today's session. So these 4 students have already finished their program. All of them have done the student learning journey, as Brian commented before. And some of them have completed the advanced modules as well. So they're going to share with us some photos and stories about their exchange year or their exchange semester. After that, you will have the opportunity to ask them some questions. So please welcome Ethan, Rizka, Amanda, and Florence. Ethan, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it well. Ethan is from Guatemala and he went to Germany. Rizka is from Indonesia and she went to Japan for her exchange program. Amanda is from Chile, and she went to Wales. And last but not least is Florence. She's from Canada, and she went to Argentina. So welcome, guys. I see you there. It's really nice to have you here. So we are going to commence with Ethan. The next slide, please. Hi, Ethan. How are you?
Hi, everyone. It's very nice to meet you. I'm good. How about you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm pronouncing it right. Right, is Ethan?
It's Ethan.
Ethan, okay,
Yeah.
Ethan. So, what can you say to us about these pictures that you sent us?
Well, there are pictures with a lot of different people. They're all people that I met during my exchange in Germany. In the first photo, you can see me in Berlin. That's with my friends that I made from school. It was a surprisingly multicultural school. In those photos, it's me, one Pakistani kid, one Latvian kid, and two German kids. The second photo is me with the friends I made from AFS during my exchange, also from all around the world. There's a Turkish girl, a Mexican girl, Venezuelan, Spanish, and Dominican Republic guy. The third photo, the one in the snow, is my host family, who I miss a lot, and who I really got a chance to bond with. And yeah, the fourth photo is again me and my friends that I made from AFS.
Awesome. So, was it a really big change from Guatemala to Germany to see snow and everything like that?
It was a really big change. It was the first time I see snow in my life. I'm not used to cold weather, so that was a little bit tough, but it's bearable. The culture is really different. It's a really drastic change, although a really nice one once you get used to it. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Ethan, for sharing. Don't go, because after the rest of the students are going to ask you some questions, okay? So now we are going to introduce Rizka. She's from Indonesia.
Hi,
Hi, Rizka, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good, thank you. So what can you tell us about these four pictures? I see a lot of people there.
So the first one was me and AFS friends from all over the world. I promise it was very fun when friends from all over the world gather in the same place and we learn Japanese culture together. On that day, we had three different Japanese cultural classes. There was Ikebana, it was Japanese art flower arrangement, and then Chado, Japanese tea ceremony, and Shodo, Japanese calligraphy. When we finished all of the classes, we tried to write a diary in Japanese. It was a day where we live as a Japanese people. And then the second one was me and my beloved host family. On the day when Indonesia celebrated Independence Day, turns out we celebrated together by trying Indonesian food for the first time. We played simple traditional games and thought a few words in Indonesia. And I remember very well that they had a lot of trouble spelling words and turning them into very ridiculous words. What a beautiful Independence Day. And move to the next one was me and my lifesavers. I'm not sure if I can get through all of this without my teachers and my friends. That was the day I delivered my last speech in front of the school. Also, it was my last day in school. I talk about the reason why we are allowed to dream big, and I choose to fight for my own book. On that day, the weather suddenly became gloomy. My friends and teachers came to me and crying. They thanked me while I thanked them. They made a big surprise for me because soon I will go back to Indonesia. So they were the ones who were able to make me realize what home really meant, and I found it there. And the last one, it was me and my little sister and brother. During my time in Japan, I participated in many volunteer activities. One of them was volunteering at an elementary school. We started a lot of things, playing, cleaning the classroom, growing up plants, make our own lunch, make traditional Japanese popcorn, and laugh together, of course. One of them asked me, "Hey, what made you dare to go to school abroad?" And I say, there's too much world to see. What's stopping you from flying free? I don't know where the quote come from, but that definitely one of my motivations. And lastly, I want to talk about student learning journey. Speaking about that, I actually asked a few friends who was also an exchange student what they felt after going through the long series of student learning journey, and I got all the positive responses. We agree that it helped us so much as an exchange student, also as global citizens. There will be modules that must be done before departure, during the program, and when you return home country where each of this phase, of course, our thoughts will be different and the topic of discussion every day will be challenging. At the day of the learning journey, every student expected to live with the AFS superpowers, such as adaptability, valuing differences, open-mindedness, global awareness, change making, that we need to make the world a better place through active global citizenship. I think that's it for me. I'm so sorry if it took too much time. Thank you, everyone.
No, thank you, Rizka. And thank you for sharing your amazing stories, and also for saying that about the student learning journey, because it's really important that you do the models that are going to help you. So it's something that we want to share with everyone here. So thank you. Next, we are going to invite Amanda. Amanda is from Chile, and she went to Wales for her exchange program. So, hola, Amanda. Hi.
Hi, Amanda. Sorry.
How are you?
I'm fine. But the girl who's pinned is not Amanda.
Yeah, it's not you. Yeah, it's another Amanda. Yeah. Oh, we got correctly. Yeah. So we have two Amandas from Chile. Awesome. So what can you tell us about these pictures?
Okay, the first thing. Hi, everyone. My name is Amanda. I went to Wales from my exchange. I went 6 months. The first picture is the Cardiff Castle. The Cardiff Castle is the castle which is in the capital in Cardiff. That's the city there I was living. Yeah, I think that's my second day in the city. It was pretty awesome. I love the city. It's pretty cool. Okay, the second picture is with my friends. We went to Bath. That is a city near to Cardiff. And I went with my friends from my school. It was like a school for learn English. It wasn't like a typical one, like high school normally. So I was with my friends. They are from Saudi Arabia, Argentina, Venezuela, France, Japan, Brazil, and Switzerland, and Chile. And they're like cultural friends from different countries. That was so amazing to meet. I think that's the most great people that I ever met in my life. And the third photo, it was when I went with my friends to London. And it was such a great trip. I love it, the city. That's how I made pictures.
Awesome. Thank you, Amanda. I also love London. And the picture with the Big Ben is like really typical. So thank you. Thank you for sharing. And I know that you also did the advanced model. So we are going to talk about that in a little bit when our rest of the audience can ask you some other questions. Okay. Perfect. Awesome. And now we welcome Florence. Hi, Florence.
Hi.
Hi. So you're from Canada and you went to Argentina for your exchange. So what can you tell us about your experience with these pictures?
So I went to Argentina for 6 months, and I was in the province of San Juan. So the first picture is on graduation day with my host sister, her cousin, and her cousin was also hosting an Italian girl, and we become very close. So this was super nice to have some friends who are going through the same experience. So this was nice. The second picture is when Argentina won the Mundial of soccer. So it was a very important day in my exchange because I feel like it really represent the culture, and everyone was super happy, and the parties of it were just awesome. So this was really nice. The third picture is with my host family, like the whole family, the cousins. So the family was really close to their extended family, and it was really a great opportunity to have the chance to be able to be close with them, with kids, that it's easy to learn the language with kids, and just to be around them really expose you to the culture. And the final picture is the like the outside of near where I lived, and I think it's really beautiful, and I feel like it really remember my home country. So when I was feeling a little bit down sometimes on my exchange, I feel like seeing nature really helped me through it. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Florence. So you are very, very lucky to have been in Argentina for the Soccer World Cup. That is a very nice and once in a life opportunity. So thank you so much, guys, for sharing your stories. Don't go just yet, because now it's time for our assistants to ask you a question about your exchange experience. So I invite you all to scan the QR code or go to menti.com, or you can link in the link that Carol just put in the chat. So you can type the code 14854862, and you can write a question to our amazing students about their experience, a question that you have before your program. These questions can be open to any one of them, or you can ask a question directly to any of them. So you can write a question to Ethan, to Rizka, to Florence, or to Amanda. Okay, so as you write your questions, I'm going to read some of them. So I have some of them already here. So a question open to everyone. So anyone that you can ask them, you can answer them. So that's a good one. Was it hard making friends? I see, Rizka, you have a lot of pictures with many people there. So what can you say about, what recommendations can you tell the students to make friends on their exchange?
For me, it was not that difficult, I would say. Just, I don't know, just be yourself, and yeah, if you just want to try to make a new friends, you could say like hello, or I don't know, same topic conversation that maybe both of you may be interested to. I don't know, I don't know, it's maybe because my friend was very nice, was very friendly to me, and the first impression is actually nice. So for me, there was no I don't know, there was no difficulty to make a new friends. Just be yourself.
Great. Thank you, Rizka. And Ethan, I know that from Guatemala, a really warm country, going to Germany, which is supposed to be a cold country, was it hard to making friends for you?
Well, yeah, for me at the beginning, actually, it was a little bit hard making friends. It's a very different culture. And I didn't speak a word of German when I got there. So it was a little bit hard to communicate. But I'm going to say that although it was hard to make friends at the beginning, after I made them, it was a really good experience. I would say that for anyone here that's going to Germany, it might be a little bit hard at the beginning because they don't speak your language, but it's very rewarding. They are I would say Germans are some of the best people I've ever met. And you also get to make a lot of friends from a lot of different parts of the world during the AFS camps. So for me, that was one of the places where I made most of my international friends. And a lot of them are friends who I still talk to today, like 5 months after I left. So yeah.
Wow, awesome. Yeah, that's very important. Thank you, Adrian. So the next question we have is, did you have when you first met your family? This is a very important question because everybody, we wonder, can we do the first time we met our host family? So what can you tell us about that, Florence?
Yes, when I first met them at the airport, yes, we hugged. I think just don't put pressure on the meeting. It's just gonna happen the way it's supposed to. And of course, at the beginning, it's a little awkward. You have difficulties understanding each other, but everything falls into place. And yeah, yes, we hugged, but it was natural and it was not awkward or anything. So.
Awesome. Yes, and the big thing here is to just go with the flow, maybe, and just do what your host family are going to do. So, yeah, go with the flow. So the next question, was it hard to learn the language? Amanda, was it hard for you to learn English in Wales?
I don't know what to say. I think yes, but I already know a little bit of English because I started English class here in Chile, and in England, like in United Kingdom, it's real difficult because the accent is, oh my god, it's so difficult to listen. I remember the first day there I got in Wales, I went to shopping my things that I need. And they asked me if I want to buy, and I didn't know what that means because it was so fast. But after you start talking more or listen, don't be scared about talking because you're going to make mistakes. You're going to improve if you start practice a lot. So I think it wasn't too difficult. At the month, I can talk naturally when I was there. So I think don't be afraid to speak whatever was the language is, or talk with people in the streets. That helped me a lot, ask directions or even in the shop mall, in everywhere. So you can practice a lot in that.
Yes, thank you, Amanda. That's a very good advice or thing to say because don't be shy. Just try. You're going to make mistakes, so don't worry to make mistakes. And so, yeah, that's very useful while you are in your exchange. So the next question that we have, did you ever regret going on exchange? So who wants to answer that? Who wants to answer that for our audience?
Okay, I can answer.
Yeah.
Anyone wants to share? Okay, I think no. I learned a lot about myself because I was there alone, and that was a new chapter for me because you start making new friends. You start by zero. You don't have anyone there. So I think that I meet myself more. I got new experience, new friends, and of course, not everything is beautiful. Like you will have problems, of course, that you're going to have, but there are so small problems that you start like making, like I don't know how to explain it, but you start making problems and they're so small, and you make the problem so big because you don't know how to live with that, you know. So that helped me. I was like writing my problems, talk with my friends in Chile, talk with my friends. They weren't on exchange as well. And I think like the most beautiful experience that I got was there. I got like the life there was like a roller coaster of emotions. Like one day you were happy, one day you were sad, one day you miss your family, one day you start thinking like, oh my God, I'm going to go back and I don't want to. So I think it's like it's depends, of course, but not everything is beautiful, but you will remember everything, like the most beautiful things, more than the sadness part, I think.
Yes, thank you so much, Amanda. So you answer as well some of a little bit of this other questions. So how you deal with homesickness. So Ethan, how did you manage the homesickness? Did you miss home? What can you tell us to the audience about that?
Well, yeah, I did get to a point in my exchange where I missed my parents. I missed my friends, my family from home. But well, first of all, I would recommend, even though you miss your parents and even though you miss your friends, don't talk to them every day. Don't talk to them every week even, because well, for me personally, that's what I did when I got there. I got there and was calling them like at night and every time, and it was just like I was locked inside my room, talking on the phone. And at one point, I realized, why am I doing this? I'm here to explore a different culture, I'm here to explore Germany. And once you start meeting people, once you start getting along with your family, once you start feeling a little bit at home outside of your home, homesickness, it goes away. Of course, you're always going to miss your friends. You're always going to miss your family, but you'll start feeling like you're at home. You know.
Yes, thank you. So we can agree that it's important, as Amanda said and Eita said, that it's important to disconnect from your home country, especially in the very beginning of your exchange program, so you can enjoy and meet new people and just try. And if you make a mistake, it doesn't matter. Just try again and everything. So next question, what was the worst moment of your year? Rizka, what can you say about us, about that?
My worst moment, maybe when I thought that language barrier was real. Language was very, very important and very easy to, misunderstand each other. So when we can tell them what we meant, it can be a big problem. Yeah, so that I thought that language is very, very important. But you don't have to worry about your language, about your ability, because if you talk with the local persons there, you will more enjoying with studying while talking with them. So yeah, so it will be easier for you guys if you talk to them directly.
Awesome, thank you, Rizka. Florence, did you have any problems during your exchange program?
Of course, at moments I missed my family back home and my friends, but like the other said, just keep getting to know your family in your host country and be with them and learn about the culture, and it will become like a second home. So yeah, I think this is the most important of the exchange. Yeah.
Awesome, thank you, Florence. So next question, do you still talk to your host families and friends from there? So Ethan already told us that after he finished his program 5 months ago, so he still stuck to them. So how about the others? Amanda, do you still talk to your family and friends?
Yeah, I'm still talking with my friends. I'm talking like every day because I miss them a lot. My French friends, there was like the most amazing people there ever met. They were so funny, and I still having like some group chats with them. Like on Friday, they normally go, like they meet together and they do like a Zoom call with us, with all the people that we already gone and the people who's still being in the exchange. So yes, I still talking with them, like I came to Chile like 3 months ago, and it's pretty cool that we're still having contact with them.
Awesome. So even if your exchange just finished right now or last year or even 20 years ago, like myself, I'm a former exchange student. I went to New Zealand 18 years ago. So I also talk to my friends, my exchange friends that I did make them, and sometimes during birthdays to my host family as well. So we can all say that the connections that you make during your exchange program are very important, and it's up to you to keep the connection with them. And the friends that you make are going to last for a lifetime, literally. So our next question, what's it different than you thought it will be? Like, what do you imagine from your host country before you went to your exchange and when you get there? Florence, what can you tell us about that?
For me, I think it was a bit harder than I expected. I think I struggled a bit with the culture over there. At first, I struggled to adapt to it, to be as outgoing as they can be and be really friendly with everyone. But I think at some point you just get used to it. You're able to communicate easily, and that makes a big difference. So when you start to be able to communicate with people, I feel like it's easy after that. And yeah, so it was harder than I thought, but at the end it was a beautiful experience. So yeah.
Awesome. And Rista, what can you tell? Was your expectations met from before you went to your exchange or not? Or was it different?
No, to be honest, it's not different. I think it's more easier because I don't know. I just to be honest, I didn't have such as homesick or culture shock. I just let it flow, and when I came to Japan, I really think that I was Japanese people, so I'm not thinking that there was many difficulty because I am surrounded by amazing people who changed me for the better, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And we have our last question for today. What did you do in class when you didn't understand something? So anyone can answer that.
Okay, I'm going to try to answer this one because there was a very big part of my German learning journey. So I went to school completely in German, and almost none of my teachers spoke English. So what I had to do with that was I was in the middle of class, was in the middle of physics class, and teacher just started talking, and I had no clue what he was saying. And so what I tried to do, which eventually turned out to be the right thing that I did, was that I still paid attention. I tried to pick up words that he was saying, tried to see what I understood, what I didn't. And I would write down words that I thought were important because he would say them a lot of times, and ask my friends after class. And then eventually I got to the point where I could like make out specific phrases and like find word connectors in the middle and that sort of stuff. And yeah, it actually helped me a lot to be able to learn German.
Awesome. And Flores, a last advice for our audience on what to do when you don't understand something in class?
I just sit there and waited for the end of class. You just need to try and understand, and like he said, it's just to try and understand a little bit here and there, and after you can ask questions. But yeah, just try and understand as much as you can, and try not pay attention, like try to pay attention the most as you can, because it's a big part of learning the language, the school. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you guys very much for your time and for sharing. It was amazing to hear your stories and all the advice that you had for everyone here. So thank you, and I wish all of you very nice day. Thank you for being here. Now I'm going to leave you with Brian, who is going to tell us what's next.
Thank you, Connie. And yeah, thank you for leading such a wonderful discussion. Thank you, Ethan, Amanda, Florence, and Rizka for joining, for sharing. I hope everyone on the call learned a lot from all of you, and I hope they feel somewhat ready for exchange. And I hope there are some people who are looking forward to being in this panel next year when you come back from exchange and share with other exchange students how experience was. So we're nearing the end of the global meetup, and our facilitator, amazing facilitator from India, Madhuri, will take us through what's next.
Thank you so much, Brian, for helping me unmute myself. Okay, so I hope this part was really helpful answering your questions live. I hope you have more clarity in terms of the program as well. Now, with regards to what is next, what are you supposed to do? Let me cover that in the next few slides. All right, so the first thing that you have to do is make sure that you have access to the online learning platform. We use a platform called Bridge, where you might already have the access. So kindly get that checked. Make sure you're logging into it and checking if everything is all right. And the important thing is you have to cover the discover phase before you travel, on the exchange program itself. Okay, and if there are some students from sponsored programs such as Flex, yes, Congress, Bundestag, and for students from Italy, you may not be enrolled in this particular program because there is other specific online learning content which is already made available to you. Okay, so otherwise, yes, make sure that you're able to access this platform, bookmark it, whether it is in your phone or your laptop, and get an easy access to this so that you can complete this on time as well. Okay. And yes, here the login would be your email address. So in case you didn't get any email with the credentials, etc., make sure that you're looking into the spam as well. Whatever the email ID you have shared with the team, it will be coming to the same email ID. So it will be either an inbox. If it's not there, don't worry, just go through the spam and you will find an email from Bridge in case you have not logged in yet. Okay, now what is next? After logging in, what do you have to do? You have to go through the video modules, and this can be done at your own pace as per your comfort level. If you wish to complete this over the weekend, or you want to spend, let's say, half an hour every day, that is totally up to you. As per your comfort level, you can go through all the modules at your own pace. Okay, now one of the important parts of completing these modules is also engaging with other participants. Now we're looking at the chat and we see that all of you are also interacting with each other in some way, right? Now on Bridge also, you will be able to continue in this interaction that is on the forum. We will be asking a few questions after, you complete certain videos. Make sure that you respond to those questions in the forum and share what your opinions and thoughts are. And you can also see your other participants responding to similar questions. So that is also a very good exchange of information, right? So make sure that you engage with the participants in the forum discussions. Okay. Now, next, we also advise you to register for the facilitated dialogue session. You will have the opportunity to register for 2 online live sessions before you travel, for your exchange. Okay, here you will be connecting with approximately 20 students, other exchange students, and you will be guided by an AFS facilitator. You already interacted with some of the facilitators today. You will meet more facilitators in your facilitated dialogue session. Now, what is this dialogue session all about? The modules are something you've covered it at your own pace. Now, facilitated dialogue session is about meeting other exchange students, interacting with them, interacting with the facilitator as well. Whatever you've completed in the form of theory, we will be discussing those points in the dialogue session. So make sure that you complete those respective modules before you show up to the facilitated dialogue session. Now, this is the best opportunity for you to interact with other participants live in the call itself. And you would be getting notification on this, but the live session number 1 is around June 15 to 18, and then 22nd to 25th of June. Okay, and live session number 2 starts from June 29th and goes on until July 2nd. And again, it continues from July 6th to 9th. Okay, so make sure that you are registering for the dialogue session and you're joining in as well. This is one of the best parts of the complete program. So make the best use of it. And as per data that we have seen, 94% of the participants have liked the live sessions, and 95% of your alumni are actually recommending you to join this particular session as well. All right. And you will be receiving an email about the live sessions in the upcoming weeks, and you can select the date and time as per your convenience. You will have a few options, and depending on what suits your timeline, you can definitely select them. Okay. Now, if there are any issues, if you're not getting the email, you didn't get the notification, you don't have it in spam, feel free to write to learningjourney@afs.org in case you're having any issues. All right. Now, what is next? You can also get your certificate of completion for the program. Okay. So the students who complete all of the modules in the discover phase, they will be earning a certificate of completion. And on top of this, the first 50 students who will be completing all of the modules, and they also complete the FDS number 1 and FDS number 2 by 10th of July, you will also earn a digital badge, which is issued by Credly. Now, this is a badge that you can basically, update on your social media, SNS, etc. Basically, it's a bragging right that you have completed it. Right? So make sure that you are logging in as soon as possible and completing the Discover Phase modules and cover the FDS number 1 and FDS number 2, so that you can be eligible to get this particular badge as well. All right. I hope that is clear and that gives you more clarity on what are you supposed to do next. What is the next step? How are you going to go about it? When do you have to start working on the modules, etc. Now, before we go, this is basically the last part of our live session. So we want to hear from you. How are you feeling, etc. We would love to hear from you. So again, I think you know the trick. Scan the QR code and go to menti.com. Or we've also shared the link on chat. Thank you, Brian, for being very quick. So you can just click on the link and go to the Menti, or just go to menti.com and type in the code 3109-5098. Okay. And we want you to respond to the questions on Menti. So we asked you to share one appreciation or key takeaway from today's session. And lovely seeing responses from most of our participants very quickly. Okay, so you think this is interesting. A lot of you are saying interesting, amazing, informative, you're thankful. Feeling of readiness. I completely agree with that. Just like alumni have already responded, this particular student learning journey is the step before you go on the exchange program. The way in which you handle this particular program is gonna set the journey for your overall exchange program. This is gonna prepare you in each and every way that you would need. As an alumni, I also would definitely give this particular program a thumbs up. Okay. Wow, our word cloud is getting bigger and bigger. This is amazing, guys. Thank you so much for actively responding and sharing your key takeaways and appreciations. Okay, we see interesting, lovely, informative, awesome, grateful, lovely, ready, happy, funny, love, useful, excited, fun, good. Okay, asked questions. You like that particular part. Great. Keep this coming, guys. I think we have around approximately 400 responses, and that's great. I hope all of you had fun while we went through this particular program. Time does go by really fast, right? Almost an hour and a half is already going by. Now, let's end this program by saying bye to all of us, that is to each other. Now, when I say go, that is 3, 2, 1, and go, I want you to unmute yourself and say bye in your language. Just like how we did it at the start of the program, same way we want you to do it at the end as well. And this is going to create some amazing sounds. Okay, are you guys ready? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Adios.
Bye.
Dadah. Dadah semua.
Terima kasih.
Jumpa.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Mabuhay, Philippines.
Bye-bye. Sawadika.
Thank you everyone for joining in. I
Bye-bye.
hope you feel ready and prepared. Thank you all the facilitators as well.
Thank you. Thank you, Madhuri. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye, Brian.
Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
See you all soon.
Bye-bye, Madhuri. Thank you, student. Thank you, Karen.
Bye.
Matane! Matane!
Porque quedarán los señores estos.
Bueno, pues más gracioso.
Matane!
Matane!
Voy a salir ya.
Oyasumi.
Matane!
Bye.
Bye.